Welcome, everyone. Welcome to sunny Cleveland in middle of November. Can you believe this? No snow, no ice, sunny weather, 50-degree, balmy weather. We're good. Really, thank you, everybody. We're here for our first ever 2023 Diwali Thanksgiving meal giveaway. And today, I want to welcome everyone because this is what Cleveland is all about. You guys get to see it's about the people and the collaboration between people. And magic happens when everybody comes together and work together for a common good. With that said, I want to be able to introduce my wonderful director, Angela Shute-Woodson. She's going to give us our opening remarks and present the resolution. It's with her support that we can make all this happen. Angela?
Thank you. Are we still in morning? Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be here. And this is very special to us because it's the first, but this community is very special to us. And the fact that you give humbly and generously to make sure the least of these have, which is so important to this city. So on behalf of Mayor Justin Bibb, who was unable to be with us due to a prior commitment, it is our pleasure to be hosting this event with you in collaboration and partnership. And I see them gathering. Come on up. I want to give you a proclamation to the organizers who put this wonderful event together. FICA is our best of friends, and we just appreciate them with all our heart for always coming to us and asking us for partnership. So if they would come forward on behalf of Mayor Justin Bibb, I want to make sure we give you this proclamation for the first Festival of Lights, Diwali, that we are hosting today, Thanksgiving, and we're so appreciative of you today.
Open.
You want to open it?
Oh, yes. That would make more sense.
Yes.
It's a staple.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very nice. Thank you.
And most of you know, you hear me say it time after time, I'm one of the most fortunate person in town because I have Mona Alag, the founding member of Project Seva, sitting on my board, and I also have Sangeeta Bhathna, the current chair of Project Seva, sitting on my board. So Mona, would you please come up? You are our first speaker. Mona?
I'll take the. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Hello everybody, good morning, it's still morning, and the traditional Indian salutation, Namaste. Thank you all for being here. This event today would not have been possible. It's been on the back burner for about 6-7 years, but it is the energy that the present leadership of Project Seva put into it, along with Shah. It would not have been possible without Sangeeta and her hard work over months and months. Diwali, as you all know, is a festival of lights. And on the surface, if you look at it, it's akin to Christmas. The decorations and the lights and the gift giving and the revelry. It's the biggest festival of India. But like I said, on surface, it is like Christmas. But India being a land that is totally and completely faith-based, our culture is faith-based. So the first thing that it means is that the integral part of it is the prayer, the religious aspect of it. And when you add the faith-based and the religious aspect of it, the first thing that our religion, our faith teaches us is to share. And this is what Project Seva is all about. We're sharing our good fortunes with people in our adopted land. India is the land of our birth. This is the land that adopted us. And we're very, very grateful for all of you being here. And Sangeeta and Shah deserve a great round of applause for putting this thing together. And this month, 36 years ago, on Thanksgiving Day, we did our first lunch at Morning Star Baptist Church. And we started with one, it expanded to about 10, and then for some reasons, volunteers not being able to help out with the churches, the church volunteers, not the Project Seva volunteers. So the churches somehow, our participation with them went down a little bit, but today I'm very happy to announce that we are partnered with 18 or 16? 18 shelters, and meals, hygiene packages, blankets in winter, and anything that comes our way, a request that comes our way, if it falls within our purview, we make sure that we fulfill it. And one thing before I go, this project started 36 years ago, and I'm very proud of the fact of my Indian community that not a single penny was donated by a corporation or anybody else. It is all the Indian community. The moms and dads of the Indian community have funded this for 36 years, and we hope and pray that it continues for another 36 years. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mona. It is with Mona's thought and dream that the Project Seva came into being 36 years ago. Now, may I have Sangeeta, the current chair of Project Seva, to share a few words with us? Sangeeta?
Well, it's still a morning, so a very, very good morning to all of you. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here to commemorate Project Seva's first ever Diwali giveaway event at the City Hall. As Monaji said, we've been working on this for the last 6 years, but it kept going on the back burner. We finally made it happen with her vision and Chia's support and hard work. So thank you. Project Seva was started in 1987 by 6 very passionate community leaders who wished to serve the needy by serving meals at different churches in the Cleveland area. Over the years, Project Seva grew to include many shelters around the city of Cleveland, where it provided them, again, as Monaji said, with blankets, hygiene packages, meals, and other items at request, such as diapers, laundry products, undergarments, anything that they wish, again, as long as it fell within our realm. So today we have a dedicated team. It grew from 6 members, and I'm proud to say today we have 18 members serving 17 shelters in Cleveland and Akron areas. We just added some new shelters in Akron, thanks to our new Akron team of K2, Renu, Anju. Thank you guys. As Monaji said, and I'm repeating this, we are 100% volunteer organizations. Thus, we have no admin costs. So any donation, no admin cost to offset any donation that we receive from our generous donors within the Indian community. No outsider community, no corporations, all Indian community donors. And we're so proud of that. Today truly marks a proud moment for Project Seva, as Cleveland City Hall has recognized our work by giving us a proclamation and by allowing us to distribute goods to different shelters and churches from its steps. A very, very sincere thanks to Chai, who has worked really hard on this with me for the last almost 6 months, I would like to say, and her director, Angela, for working so closely with us today. Is Angela here? Angela, thank you, and Tangi. I'd like to mention Tangi, all three of you, thank you. Please give them a round of applause. They really deserve it. Special thanks to all our speakers who you're going to hear in a few minutes. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to be here with us. Last but not the least, I have to say that no organization can thrive without its team. I'm fortunate to have an amazing team of volunteers who work very hard throughout the year to service their shelters of any needs at any given time. Whether it's summer, winter, spring, fall, it doesn't matter. They ask us and our volunteers deliver it. So a very sincere, heartfelt gratitude to my Project Seva team. Thank you for all you do today and every day. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Now we get to have Ed G come up. He's the director of Y Haven. Ed?
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Ed Gimerchek, and I'm the executive director of Y Haven. Y Haven was formed 30 years ago by the YMCA of Greater Cleveland to serve some of our community's most vulnerable members. Y Haven is located over at East 60th and Woodland Avenue in a big CMHA building where we serve 200 women and men at a time who are homeless, who are re-entering the community from incarceration, or seeking to recover from opioid addiction. So we provide temporary shelter and housing, drug treatment, mental health counseling, case management, vocational support, alternative therapies, yoga, meditation, arts programming. And for many, many years, Project Seva has been a huge support, providing hygiene items and blankets, which are especially helpful to us because people usually come to us. We bring in 10 people every week, and usually they have nothing, just oftentimes the clothes on their back. But there was one weekend that the donations from Seva really, really helped more than any other time, and it was last January. We had a cold snap, a classic Cleveland's cold snap, and it got down to -3 degrees, and wouldn't you know it, I'm gonna wait 1 second. So on January 22nd, it was -3 degrees, and wouldn't you know it, the power in our building went out. So we had 200 people who were homeless in the building, and for 8 hours we had no power. And it got colder and colder and colder in our building. And people were walking around with coats on, hats and mittens in the building, wearing all their clothes. But fortunately, we didn't know what we were going to do, but fortunately, one of my staff reminded me that we have a whole room full of blankets from Project Seva. And so those blankets helped our residents make it through that cold night, and they were able to use the blankets for the rest of the winter. And so it was exceedingly helpful at the time. And so I just want to say, really, the work that you have done has had significant impact on Y Haven and the people that we serve. Our residents appreciate your support, and it helps them to know that someone in the community cares about them. So thank you so much for giving Y Haven and our residents support. Thank you, Sangeeta, Ms. Mona, and all the volunteers. Thank you for practicing Seva with such compassion and care. You are a blessing to Y Haven and the people we serve and to this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Now I get to have Darren come up to speak to us.
Namaste, good morning. Thank you so much for having me here. I have the privilege of running one of the region's refugee resettlement agencies, where each day we have an amazing team assembled to bring refugees and immigrants to Cleveland, Ohio, to rebuild their lives here. And beyond the airport pickups and the apartment setups and the ER visits and the school enrollments and the things we do each day, our job is to piece back one piece at a time, the lives that come to Northeast Ohio. And it takes more than just these case managers. It takes this entire community to do this work. Only our community can truly welcome a newcomer and create a sense of oneness and a sense of belonging that they deserve. And FICA is a leader in that community and helps us do that work each day. When we ran short of winter supplies, FICA ran a donation drive and returned with carloads of coats and blankets for the clients that needed them most. When we expected a wave of arrivals a few years ago who would face delays in critical support, FICA would make a major donation that would allow us to purchase food, hygiene items, and medical supplies and get them right to the clients most in need. When we wanted to offer a gift of Thanksgiving, like what's being done today, FICA provided warm meals and a team of volunteers to deliver those door to door to all the families that we serve. And when we need groceries, meals, clothing, employment opportunities for newcomers, FICA continuously connects us with their vast network, who went out of their way to extend their kindness and offer support. Project Seva.
The service sounds like FICA.
Not all immigrants and refugees feel welcome when they come to a new community. And unfortunately, they face quite the opposite. And as an organization that embodies what it means to be welcoming, and an organization that can create a sense of community, FICA and Project Sewa are the light amidst that darkness. We're really privileged to consider them partners today and to be here to speak on their behalf and in their support. Thank you for all that you offer refugees and newcomers to our community.
Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. Darren and I actually sit on the same committee. Now I have the pleasure of having David from Front Steps to come and talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me here today, and congratulations. Really happy to be here representing Front Steps. My name is David Gradick. I'm the new COO of Front Steps. Front Steps Housing and Services used to be called Transitional Housing, Inc., and some of you may remember our location on 25th Street, just across from Lutheran Hospital. It has since been demolished, but fortunately we moved well prior to that event, and we are now in our new location called St. Joseph Commons. It's just down 25th Street across from the Nestle factory. And St. Joseph Commons is the residential wing of Front Step Services. And Project Sewa became involved with Front Step Services when we were at THI, Transitional Housing, Inc. And our housing model is, we went from transitional housing to permanent supportive housing. In permanent supportive housing, we follow a housing first model where we adhere to the tenet that it is essential in order for people to function optimally that they first have a stable place to live, that it supersedes any other items. It's having that place to call home and hang your hat that gives you the ability to move forward. The permanent supportive housing model follows it one step further in that we reduce as many barriers as possible to housing in order to get people housed and off the streets. And the basis for being housed in the permanent supportive housing is an individual is experiencing a behavioral health condition, either mental health, substance use disorder, along with chronic homelessness. So these are individuals who are very hard to serve, but we drop those barriers. We say that we are not it's not a sobriety first model. We have people coming into the building who have chronic conditions, and with our model, we do not enforce any sort of participation in activities. We don't say, well, in order to be here and stay here with us, you have to participate in an intensive outpatient group or mental health services. What we do is we offer an array of services that provides structure and consistency. And part of the structure and consistency is being able to provide for supports for activities of daily living. And Project Sewa, when you started with us, our population was a little different, and I believe we started out with feminine hygiene products. But as we moved to our new location, of course, we've got males, females, and families living in permanent supportive housing at this time at St. Joseph Commons. We have 68 individuals, and the products that you provide for us really support those activities of daily living on a daily basis. So we've got 68 residents or so. We're 100% capacity, and part of that stability is that the residents, the 68 of them, can come receive the items that have been donated to Project SIVA. And if you say 68 people through 5 years or so, we're looking at over 350 people, but that's just individuals who are impacted. But compound that by the number of times that the persons need to access these goods in order to have some continuity in their life, and it makes a huge difference. It's not lost on anybody that these types of supports that we receive go directly to the people who need the support, and that it helps them find some continuity and direction in their life. So we really appreciate being a benefactor to your generosity, and look forward to continued interaction with you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Now we get to meet Michael. He's a brand new executive director from Westside Catholic Center. Michael?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me with you today. My name is Michael Bernat. I'm the executive director of the Westside Catholic Center. We have a mission grounded in faith, hope, love, and respect to serve all those who come in need of food, clothing, shelter, advocacy, and a path to self-sufficiency. We've done so for 46 years and been able to do so through the will of the community that supports us. In 2019, a very kind gentleman named Satish showed up at our doors from Project SIVA, offering to provide a meal and serve it in our Mariah House family shelter. And since then, we've had you around ever since. During 2020 and COVID, when we had to augment the way that we were able to have volunteer groups and provide our services, not only did Project SIVA stand up to ask how they could help, they doubly supported us by not only sponsoring a meal for those families in our shelter every Friday, but also ordering it from Ohio City Pizzeria, which is a social enterprise owned and operated by the Westside Catholic Center to provide employment. So at a time when restaurants were in a downturn and employment was scarce in that sector, they provided us with the means to keep people working and feeding the people that are residents in our 34-bed family facility. In addition, they provide us with blankets and hygiene kits every winter to those families, and provide a meal to 150 people during our family summer program each summer. We are so grateful for the continued partnership. You go so far beyond just being a donor or a volunteer to us. You are truly partners to us in our community. And our volunteer coordinator, Veronica Favela, who could not be here today, sent me with a little something because you have the most interaction with her, and wanted me to say that not only does Project SIVA support us in many ways, they are also possibly the nicest group of volunteers we've ever worked with. Their kindness shines through every meal drop-off, email confirmation, and text message asking how they can help. Thank you so much for all you do for our community.
Okay. Is Cindy here?
Cindy's
No, I didn't see her.
not. I'll just say a couple
yeah.
more things after you get done, so.
Let me not forget to point out what we have today in front of us in the table: a boxed meal, blanket, and hygiene packet. These are just some of the things Project SIVA, a service arm of FICA, provide to those in need year-round. So, like I cannot emphasize enough, it is the people that makes Cleveland great. And also, for those of you, I think most of you know, Cleveland is one of the top cities in the country that truly takes in refugees on a regular basis. So we have to continue this work because this is what makes us Clevelanders. Sankita?
Yeah.
I just have something to say that I should have said before and I did not. First of all, thank you, Ed, Darren, David, and Michael, for your kind words for Project SIVA. We really appreciate it. Secondly, I do want to introduce my team, and I wish I had done that earlier, but I'd like to introduce my team, of hardworking team of volunteers, 100% volunteers. So Utkarsh, he's my co-chair. Chitra, my our Project SIVA secretary. Seema, please come up. K2, our treasurer. Anju, Renu, these are all our volunteers. Monaji is our advisor. She and Satish Parekh are executive advisors, whom we cannot do without. Monaji, if you'd like to, please come up here. Am I missing anyone here? And on behalf of Satish Bhai, we have 4 volunteers who are so kind because Satish Bhai could not be here. They volunteered to take over his position. So please, 4 of you come up. And last but not the least, our Lotus editor, Ms. Deepa Rao. Thank you for being here, and please come up here. And I'd like to special thanks to Saffron Patch, who provided all the meals to us today and brought it over here. I think Scott. Is Scott here? Scott, thank you so much. We appreciate it. If we can have a team picture here, we would appreciate it. Anita, my sister, please come here and come. You've been helping too. Come on. Let's see. Any other volunteers that we have, please come up if I've forgotten anybody. Thank you so much to all of you. This is my impressive team right here. Just a few of the 18 team members that we have. So a big round of applause for them. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And now we will go ahead and load the cars. We have 6 or 7 shelters that the meals and the blankets and hygiene packages are going to.
And for those of you that feel like participating, feel free to help. All the cars that's parked in front with a sign, they're going to be delivering all these items to the designated shelters and agencies. Again, thank you so much for coming out and supporting us in this first ever Diwali Thanksgiving meal giveaway event. Thank you.